gone all out and taken victory X's. Okay. And let's see, we're on turn 2. Good. Nothing happened. No shooting. That's a good sign, I guess. Let's see, what is this? It's loaded with something. Ricky team. He's loaded with something. He's moving very fast. Okay. And we got stuff here too. Right. Anything else? Nope. Don't see anything else. Well, we may want to look around. Before we do that, that thing actually fired at us, so... Nope. Anyway, let's just check suppression just in case. Well, nothing should have happened because the only suppression that could have gone up is due to the proximity of enemy units. Like these guys in front here, pretty exposed, so... Okay, so it's gonna be tricky. Oh, right now there's no way to know whether he's been seen or not. This is a point I usually decide it's better to slow down. Let's look around. In case we can see something else. So far, no infantry in sight, so that's encouraging. You actually can't see much yet. Oh wow, wait a minute. 7 enemies seen? Oh, there. Okay. Suddenly we can see a lot more. Not sure why he saw that. Probably because he's on a little bit higher ground. Okay, so we're infantry moving up on that side. Wagon might be able to see something useful. Surprisingly not. Actually, he's too close to the... He needs to move forward. Can't actually see down past the... But probably want to put some scouts up on that hill first. I think I'll keep moving forward here. Don't see anything close by here. But, well, as soon as I take the victory exit, of course, that gives them away. I may take some shots at that. I don't know. It'll be kind of far away. And they're moving pretty quickly, so they'd be difficult to hit. Okay, the bring an anti-tank we might want to do something about. Yeah, so I think, well, I think moving forward is the best option here. I don't see anything close by. But then again, he's not in a really good position, so maybe we should correct that. Let's have a look down here. Let's see that. Uncertain whether they've seen us, though. That is the thing, we don't know. There's nowhere to tell. Before 4.3 was it, I think, or was it changed in 4.4? Can't remember, but there used to be an indicator next to the state of the unit. It would actually tell you if you've been spotted, which of course is completely unrealistic. So the hardcore players demanded they be taken out, which is reasonable, I think, because it's a cheat. I mean, it should actually be as a toggle option somewhere, making the game easier to play, right? Because I mean, there's so many options in the game. Why did Matrix not just make that an option? But of course, the answer to that is it would have required significant changes to the UI, and that's probably more work than they wanted to do. see those back there. Now, the other problem, of course, is these guys are on low ground, and there's height 1 areas. They're at height 0, and there's height 1 things in the way here, so they're not really going to see that much anyway. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all we're going to see. Anybody I haven't checked? He's on a slope as well. Look around. Yeah, okay. Now, obviously, the problem here for the Germans, and again, this is a problem I have with picking up units for the Germans. The Germans, you know, to get them to be mobile costs a lot of points unless you want to go with cavalry or something like that. But then again, the problem is, and actually the motorcycle units are not bad. I mean, in terms of, they're actually cheaper than the cavalry because they're not elite units, generally. But they're not very strong, right? As a cavalry, like this rifle motorcycle unit is not, only has rifles and hand grenades, where the cavalry actually get, they have the same firepower almost as a rifle platoon. I think the only thing they're missing is the tank mines. I'm not even, which is not terribly helpful for, I guess, which wouldn't matter for them really, because they, I mean, on the other end, they might be good against tanks. I don't know. I mean, being able to charge up to the tank and hit it quickly might be a useful thing for them to be able to do. However, I think because that it would count as an assault, and that's probably maybe not the best thing for them. I don't know, but I think that's the only thing that's missing is the anti-tank capability. But because they have LMGs, whereas like these guys don't, so you have to get separate LMG units, which LMG platoon, which results in actually spending more points. So learning how to balance that is the main thing I need to figure out. If you can do it with the Germans, then I think you can do it with anybody. Simply because the Germans cost more. There's a significant cost difference. So gonna move them forward. Trying to decide where to. They probably should move up onto there as soon as possible. Oh, 2 enemies seen. Those ones, okay. Yeah, now this is where the disadvantage of the 4-man scout is, like, the 4-man unit, they're probably more likely to be spotted. Actually, no, they won't. That's it. In game terms, from the game mechanic point of view, they're the same size as a 2-man unit. The number of men is not the factor. It's just because this size of the unit is just this number here, and that's the only thing that plays into it. So a sniper, a 2-man unit, a 4-man unit, all size 0, and that's all that matters. So they actually won't get spotted more easily, simply because they're twice as big. Now, the fact is they're going to be moving very fast, so that's going to be a more significant problem for them. Let's keep moving forward though, because we don't really have a choice here. line of sight. It's not very good. So he moved 2 hexes. He moved 3 hexes, and he moved 2. So he's much more likely to be spotted now, I think. Let's look around, see if anything's changed. Of course, we won't know if anything's changed just by looking at the number of enemies seen. Now, if they've been seen, then probably, well, gotta keep moving forward. So the question is to cross the road or not. Yeah, these guys are moving up, attempting to move up to that position there. So I don't really need them to move over that side. However, they're completely in the open now. So where does this height 1 start? Not close enough. Okay, so we're gonna move this way. So that reduced the number of units I could see somehow. Okay, because the height 1 is now blocking. Interesting. Actually didn't expect that. So they might be better off moving. Don't really see any way they can avoid it. So I might look at smoke. Because I don't, well, until I see where they are, I guess it doesn't really help. Unfortunately, they're gonna have to slow down because we have to assume that they've seen me. But even the 2X's, I mean, that will not prevent them from. If they've seen me, then they will see me no matter what, unless I stand still for some length of time. You sometimes get out of line of sight, but it depends on what happens. I mean, it depends on what the other unit does. If it moves around a lot, it might lose sight of you. If it has you as a target and doesn't move, then you're SOL because they will always be able to see you no matter what. Now they were moving around a lot, so thing is, because of the way the replay system works, we don't know how they got there. We don't know if there's anything else that moved up to this position. Like these guys could have moved up behind something else that was faster, which then pulled back and is not on the line of sight. So we don't know what else is there. So I'm gonna have to be a little bit more cautious, I guess, since we're all advancing out in the open here. I don't want to have the infantry fall too far behind, so they're gonna have to suck it up and actually keep moving at the same speed they were. Shouldn't have moved those yet. Anyway. Yeah, I'm thinking we actually may want to move up a little bit faster. Because otherwise I risk getting behind again. So they moved. Because I've been looking at where this infantry is. They're really close to taking those positions, so I gotta move a little bit faster, I think. Because I don't think they would be Well, the starting position was quite a bit further back on this side, if I remember correctly. So still, you can assume they're probably in there. Anyway, just put them up on here. You won't be able to see anything, unfortunately, because he's not moving too fast. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move another. Move it to maximum. Just otherwise the Germans will be too far behind. And then they've conceded too much. They've conceded too much ground. Don't know. That's best thing to do. We're all moving out in the open. So it may not. It's probably not the best thing to do, but now these guys are. They have no enemies in sight except for the ones that are really far away. On the other end, these guys are moving fairly close to the enemy positions here. Now, let's see what happens. I mean, that's what this is all about. That's what the solo game is all about. Let's see how during opportunity fire, see how things work out, because that's the one time the other player doesn't have any control over his troops. So now I mean, if these guys should not opportunity fire it. Actually, the carrier might, the Bren gun carrier might. But that is a short-range weapon, if I remember correctly. Motorcell RC has... Okay, well, that's probably a long-range weapon. I don't know whether it'll use it against... these guys. So he moved 6, he moved 4. Right. Same with these ones. If I move them a little bit faster, move 2 hexes. We'll move them 3. Even if they've been spotted, standing still is the only way to actually avoid being seen anymore, and that's not going to get me anywhere. We'll take the chance, see how it works out. Possibly lots of casualties incoming, maybe. They moved 2 X's. They moved, yeah, so we'll move them another. Okay, so we're out of the line of sight of that one. And so far, the main things that are spotting us are vehicles, so they don't spot that great. But we don't know what else might be assisting, so you can never be sure that's the only thing that's spotting you, right? So we moved 6. So height 1 here. only size 1, so they're the same as. So it's only the speed that will give them away. Yeah, it's only the speed that will give them away. Let's see, what are these? These are all just armored machine guns and okay, the anti-tank rifle is not a problem here because those are actually infantry. Actually, I'm not sure. We have to test that. Because actually, the motorcycle guns are vehicles, so the anti-tank may work against it. I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it. But you never know. Maybe. Funny, they've moved 4 hexes. Well, the British were much closer on the side because they're moving at 12, so they only actually moved 12 hexes to get here. As we were probably at least that back now already. So I could have gotten further, I think, if I just moved them a little faster. I don't know. Let's see. That's 7 hexes, so well within shooting range now. Actually, want to get them moving fast enough so that the speed will make it difficult for them to be hit. Does mean that they won't be able to do much. Now we have infantry back here. Wow, engineers. Okay, there's two different platoons here. So their infantry is very close. Actually, if we can get onto the slope, that would be helpful, but I don't think I can do it this turn. And they have... Okay, only the amount of machine gun, which usually isn't very effective. Okay, the anti-aircraft machine gun is probably the thing you need to worry about there. Okay, we can't be seen by that anymore. Not a bad idea. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a way I can get close enough so that you can't see me. The LMGs can cover 8 hexes. And that's not bad, actually. Okay, we might set them up to actually opportunity fire at that range. Okay, so next we need to move these guys probably... trying to decide if I want to get in closer. Is there any point? Maybe we'll have putting some suppression on them, maybe? That could help. I don't think there's any chance of that. 8 hex is only 4% chance. Waste of ammo, I think. Alright, so let's move the rest of the infantry, yeah. And then we'll decide if we're going to take a couple of shots with the tanks. Um, possibly over here. I think they're a little bit closer. Still, the range is a bit excessive though. Okay, so this is easy because we can move at full speed here. At least until we get onto the slope. I guess nothing can see them. Alright, that's the maximum they can do. These heavy machine guns will move up. Um, hmm. Oh, we spotted something here. Okay, rifle section moving up here. Spotted by... Ooh. Okay, by him. That makes sense. They're the highest up there. Okay, those are pretty far back compared to these ones. So might not be an issue. Yet. So looks like we're probably going to be able to take this high ground. Which should be quite... provides a significant advantage if I can hold it. Alright. Anything else up here? Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright. We'll put them there for now. Might set their ranges. Well, they can't fire, so that's not an option. Well, they've already moved 2 hexes, so he's gonna move there. that's definitely going to get them spotted. No doubt about it. But these guys are so close. I'm almost tempted to move them even faster, but well, we'll see if the LMG and these motorcycle units can do anything. Not too sure. Not too sure. Let's have a look. Nope. Now, the problem here is, you can move on top of there. And he can move there. Will they be able to get a shot from that position? There's only one way to find out. He can move back. There should be enough movement points. 16 hexes. 4% chance of a shot. 4% chance. 4%. Let's see how much armor piercing he has. Not much. So we probably don't want to spend too much of it right now. Nope. Nope. Too far away. I don't think we could even put any suppression on him. Nope, he's not even buttoned. The question is, do I leave them there? Might as well leave them there for now. We haven't seen their armor yet. Well, I've seen armored cars and the such like, armored personnel carriers. So I'm actually going to leave them on the hill for now. Might move them a little bit closer. They can always back off a bit. At least this way they have 15 hexes is a bit far. I don't think they'll have any chance. They won't even take an opportunity fire. You never know though. If I set the ranges, then it might work out. But at least give some supporting fire for that side. I don't think there's any point for that side because well, none of these guys have significant anti-tank. This one is only equipped with an anti-tank rifle. probably functions better than the handheld one because it's mounted on a platform. So so it's probably more accurate, but they're no, still not as effective. Um, and these guys have same thing, so it's probably more accurate, but I mean, as an anti-tank weapon, it's not any better. Um, so we don't have anything to worry about the anti-tank capability that's out in the open at the moment. We'll park them there for one turn. See what happens. We can't leave them there forever because mortars, etc., could play a factor. So. I see no point in keeping them back because obviously we need to support our infantry as they move up. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm going to set ranges and we're done with this turn. Any artillery to call in. They're moving very fast. Very, very, very fast, which is probably why we've seen them. Same thing here. Well, amongst both sides are still moving fast. I think it's reasonable for us to do the same. I've moved slightly slower. Probably could have gone a little faster, maybe. The thing is, I mean, they are getting left behind here, so that's probably not a good thing. And at this speed, at this number of hexes, they will be seen no matter what. Now, it seems like the better idea is to move to this side and try to get behind the orchard and move up through that. So that will. I mean, they'll still have the high ground, unfortunately. There's a possibility of actually moving up along the slopes then, maybe. At least we wouldn't be so far out in the open. So I think that's what I'll do. I'm actually going to move up again. Yeah, we'll move one more hex here. Just to get, because the scouts are getting a little bit too far ahead of them anyway. Actually, no, I'm going to do that next turn. I might regret it, though. If they weren't moving so fast, they would actually get a chance at hitting that. They will not opportunity fire at that, unfortunately, because it's not something. It doesn't work that way. like a rifle unit will generally not opportunity fire something it can't hurt. So unless one of the Schützen might have grenades, which in theory could hurt it, so it would use those if it was at 1 hex, right? So you get an opportunity fire, which doesn't work out that well when you're out in the open. So they probably spotted you a long time ago. Do I move up a little bit more? Move 6. At this rate, we're probably going to lose this high ground here, and we're not going to be anywhere close to it. I think we should. I think we should move up a little bit more. question is, yeah, we want to move up to this side, get behind the orchard. So this guy, if he moves up here, he should be covered. He should be behind the orchard already. Yep. Yeah. Let's get them in. Let's get them moving up. One more. Because the other side's closing in very fast, and I don't want to get these guys too close because they do have fairly significant machine guns on, although this right now there's only one of them. There's only one that actually can fire at range. I don't think the Bren gun in here is quite as effective, but we're close enough that it's going to matter. So, however, if they fire, the tanks may opportunity fire back at them, so that might work out. Maybe. We'll see. Do I want to move these guys any faster? No, I won't. I'll leave them like that. Yeah, these guys, no, I'll leave them like that. Because I had somebody who's a lot closer, and there's a lot more stuff here. You know, so I can't tell what's moving up behind these hills. Like in this side, I got an idea of where the infantry is. Well, I know these guys could be really far back on this side. Well, they would have to be, because otherwise we'd see them here, right? So there's nobody moving up that close to it. So actually, these guys they may want to move faster than, yep. So we're not done. I think this is fine. They moved their maximum anyway. There's nothing I can do about that. But these guys probably get a little bit more. They moved 6. They moved 4. Yep. 8. Let's try and gain that high ground on the next turn. Something shoots at them, they are done. Now, these guys are not actually, they're wanting to take that, and that's more difficult. Like, there's no, I mean, we've got tank, we've got machine guns over here, so that's a bit more difficult. Now, they may start firing at those guys, in which case that helps me out here. Because that means they'd be splitting up their attacks. I haven't seen any infantry yet, so let's just keep going. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. Don't think these guys can take any shots at that. 4%, probably not worth it. The thing is, they're just moving too fast. They're just moving too fast now. They moved 8 hexes. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. Okay, let's check ranges, see if... Whoops. I think the North Hill I think we'll gain that before the British can move up close enough. However, it's not that much further for them to go. Well, assuming they're a year. That's the worst case, right? If they're just behind these trees already, they would be on the slope the next turn. So we may want to actually get. Well, these guys may be able to do something. So let's maybe anticipate that. I don't know. Because one of the things I always do is I slow down when I start seeing the enemy. I slow down, and in most cases, I find after the fact I find I've slowed down too early. And meanwhile, the enemy keeps moving, keeps advancing at full speed for like another turn or two, and I've slowed down to avoid being seen. Meanwhile, the enemy gains the ground on you. Well, they gained ground on me already here, so I guess I'm already on my back foot, as the Germans. I seem to be more aggressive with the Allied side. I don't know why. Really, I ought to be more aggressive with the German side because they're the ones who are disadvantaged in terms of numbers, so they really need to make up for that somehow. Um, Now, can they actually? We can't actually. They won't fire at the armor. That's a given. So there's no actual range that could be set. They would help them out here, because the only thing in sight is armor. Um, we might want to actually try an opportunity fire. What can he see? He's not really in a really good position. He can only hit things from that side. Okay, well, that's not going to be helpful then. So we might set his range 1, 2. Set his range to 10. And we'll leave that one at 6 because there's 3, no point. He can't see anything. He's got to move again, I think, next turn. Alright, leave that one at 6. Unfortunately, they will not opportunity fire at the tank. So I might as well leave their range at 3. Yeah, I might as well leave the range at 3. I don't see any point. Now, if infantry move up, though, that's a different story. So we got infantry right here. And at the speed they're moving, they're definitely going to be on top of the hill already. Now, that unit will actually be a problem then. So I won't be able to actually open fire on the infantry. He doesn't have an LMG, so there's no point in firing at that range. Yeah, okay, we'll leave it at 3 then. LNG, on the other hand, may benefit from a longer range. So we'll double it. Right, that's it. So let's end the turn. Uh-oh. Okay, smoke. Okay, well, that kind of... that's the... yeah, that idea. Okay, so much for having